Yeah, hell yeah. Hell yeah. What's going on? What's going on out there? Good morning. Good morning, and welcome to this fine Monday edition of BS with Be Honest. Good morning, Be Honest. Good morning, Benny Honest. That's me. Nikki Be Honest. Let me check the audio one time. I have a suspicion it's not working, but I could be very, very wrong. Usually when YouTube doesn't work, when I hit live the first time, that's indicative of audio issues. Why is it connecting to fucking AirPlay? Stop doing that. Why am I playing through my fucking TV downstairs? No. Stop, dude. What is going on here? What the fuck is going on here? I am extraordinarily triggered. Get off AirPlay, dude. Come on. Why? And like the worst part is I don't even know if I'm fucking, like I can't even tell. Let's see. Aha, got it. Okay, cool. Jesus Christ, that was annoying as fuck. Good morning. Welcome to this fine Mindfulness Monday. I went to start the Mindfulness Monday. I went to start the intro music, and I didn't hear it through my phone like I ordinarily do. I heard it through my headphones very faintly. My phone had connected to the television downstairs, which means I had just blasted my fucking house with I Done Wrong by Nikki B. Hannas, which you can find at nikkibhannas.com, nikkibhannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. Yeah, so like technical issues are abounding on this fine Monday, but it's a beautiful Monday nonetheless. Dude, why? Like, stop connecting to fucking TV. Now I'm all scared I don't have fucking audio. I done wrong. Fine. All right, looks like I got it. Either way, I'm spiraling on a Monday. The whole premise of this show, is I like to wake up and take a nice long walk, read some good stuff, come out here and talk to the people, and then I'll go to the gym and lift some fucking weights, go to work, go about my business. Good morning, EMP. I appreciate you texting me the alliterations every day. Today is Mindfulness Monday, and it is a mindful Monday indeed. It is a mindful Monday indeed. All is good. It is a beautiful day. It was like 60 degrees when I woke up and was walking, so autumn is in the air. Sun is rising later, is setting earlier. Days are starting to wind down, and it's a good time of year, man. Very, very busy. Had a rehearsal last night with the Be Honest band for the next gig coming up, the Look Around Festival, Chester County, Pennsylvania. We're going to fucking tear that shit up. Did those couple music videos last week. I got one of them back already. Shout out to my man Drewski, fucking crushing the production game. So I'll have 2 music videos to produce and release, which is awesome. Then I'll have a new EP dropping the week after the festival, then another EP dropping the week after that one, and then another EP dropping the one after that one, and then playing another festival out here in good old Chester County, Pennsylvania. So things are busy, things are good, working, fucking grinding it out at the gym, you know what I'm saying? Like just out here fucking killing it, trying to kill it anyway, which brings me to this morning talk show, trying to talk some good shit, trying to stay reading, trying to stay writing. Writing is the new advent for me. You can find it at you can find what I'm writing so far on my new Substack account. I think it's like substack.com/Nikki B. Hannas. I don't know. That's the handle I'm using on Substack anyway. So check it out. I figure I'll do this on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and try and write Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Get some momentum going. Extrapolate some ideas. Excuse me. And I found that even the couple days that I'd been writing, I want there to be a cool relationship between this stream, this podcast, this YouTube show, and things that I write about. You know, because it helps get the conceptualization of some of these ideas. Like it's almost like playing ping pong with myself. Ping pong with myself and my overactive brain sometimes. You know, because it's a whole different experience being in here. And both of them, I want to stay rough draft oriented. That's why I like doing this live. There's no second take. There's no cutting audio. There's no editing the uhs and ahs and shits and fucks and nah mean. Because I say that shit a lot. Not mean. you know, not mean. But it's just how I fucking talk. So like, it's all good. When I listen to other people talk, they have their little quirks and things and stuff that gives them character. So let me just lean into my character. I mean, look behind me. I have my own logo behind me. I'm wearing sunglasses and a backwards hat all the damn time. I am a character. Fucking let me just lean into it. Let me just lean into it and be authentic and honest. That's how I look at it anyway. So I guess is that the EMP, you let me know, does that count as being mindful? Or is it the opposite of it? I don't know. Either way, I'm out here fucking just chilling. What I was writing about the other day, I was going on my theme of my week of wrath last week, my week of anger. And here I am philosophizing upon the subject of anger and wrath and whatever. But at least I'm aware of it, right? So that led me to write about the idea of awareness. And awareness is kind of, it's one of those things that we chalk up to be only a good thing. And there are many things like that, just like we think about broad ideas, and some are just inherently a negative, you know. Um, but is it only a good thing? Yeah, it's pretty indicative of being, not even indicative, but being aware typically is said to be a good thing. It's better to be aware than not. And I typically agree with that. I would say that with authority behind it. I will prefer awareness. It's similar to the idea of, I forget who said it, Thomas Jefferson maybe. I would prefer peaceful, what is it? I would prefer dangerous liberty to peaceful servitude or something. Do you want an honest and authentic? Do you want to be real or do you want to be right? Let's just say. I'll take awareness typically over being unaware and ignorant and oblivious. To me, that kind of lends itself to being stupid and uninformed or misinformed. Facts. We love facts in 2025. Facts don't care about your feelings. We love that shit, you know? But to what extent? To what extent is it a double-edged sword? Because that begets the Prometheus story. That's the fruit of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. All of a sudden you're aware. So at what point is that awareness a curse? At what point does that awareness cut? You know, is that like the archetype of that? What do they call it? The gamma male, the secret king, that resentful, fucking crusty, the genius who just knows everything. And if only everyone else understood me, they would know that I'm the best. Like that kind of fucking character, that kind of creates a resentment at a certain point. It becomes quickly not the right way to handle everything and is rooted in awareness on the surface, but it's also just a misapplied awareness. It's an awareness that is taken to an extreme and then it just kind of boils. I think that hyper awareness can be good or bad. And in either case, I think it's extreme. Thus, the prefix hyper awareness. If you're hyper aware of something, so what? Are you just going to look at every piece of media and look at the tribe of people who fucking give it to you? And then that's going to color your whole fucking life. Everything you do, everything you say, everything you think. That's going to be your fucking focal point of comprehension. That seems negative to me. That's a point of diminishing returns. You see through the matrix. So what? Now every other person you interact with is a fucking idiot and you look down on them and you fucking disparage them. You just let people, this club music is so stupid. It's just the 4/4 hypnotic repetitive club thing just to get people to gyrate their asses and indulge in consumerism. Blah, 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 blah. Well, can't you just let people enjoy things? Like look at the NFL, look at all the money, look at where they get their funding, look at the social justice programs that they like to propagate. Look at the mindless idiots just drinking and consuming and drinking and consuming. Just let people enjoy the game, dude. Go Birds. Fuck you. Like at what so I'm saying all that because I think it's interesting. I think it's extraordinarily interesting. Who's in the chat right there? Thinking is the beginning and end of all suffering. That's facts. That's facts. Where's that come from? That comes from Buddhism, or is that Taoism? Is it Zen way of thinking, or is it just philosophy 101 ways of thinking? I don't know. Why are we thinking too much? I like metacognition, but at what point is metacognition just fucking up your whole machine, dude? So thank you, EMP, for inspiring the Mindfulness Monday on this fine theme, because this is what I've been thinking about. Anyway, that one's from Joseph Ngoyan. Goyen? I don't know how to say that, but fair enough. Thank you. It echoes the teachings of the ancients nonetheless, you know? So anyway, that's what top of mind is what I'm thinking about. Let me go to my notes really quick because I found who I think might be my favorite YouTuber, another one of my favorite YouTubers ever. The other day, I found a video. This video title. It's a good thing I don't have an audience. I got 3 people in here, so you guys are my audience. Thank you, and I love you. But there's bad words involved. I found this YouTube video. The title was called "Being Retarded Makes You More Confident Than 99% of Men." Right on. That's from a dude named Elisha Long on YouTube, who has this idea that I had never, I get the idea, but I never heard it in a way that really stuck to me. And much like a few weeks ago, I was talking about diamond maxing, maxing being this like, I don't know, teenager way of looking at things. Like, I'm going to looks max. I'm going to this max. I'm going to this max. Like, you're maxing out your stats almost is how they look at it. And this means I'm probably online too much, but say, fuck, it is what it is. So diamond maxing is living in that diamond, that fucking philosophical idea that there's a spirit fucking kind of guiding you, and it's an thing you adhere to, a code almost. The diamond, the glory, the kleos, the thumos. And I like that shit a lot. But that's like high minded, right? That's like a high minded idea, philosophically drenched in the idea that we are meant to pursue, that we are meant to achieve, that we are meant to be more than, right? So if I've talked about diamond maxing, my man Elisha Long has a way of looking at it. He calls it retard maxing. I think that rules. I think that rules, The a couple of comments from that, it's basically the idea that it's a nice way. Well, retard maxing is a way of saying be like a child, be delusional and hopeful and happy and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and just, you know, be happy. There's a Bible verse about that. The verse about look at the birds. Do they not have everything that they need? Why are you worried about it? You're better off trying to increase your height than worry about this kind of stuff. And like, holy shit. Is this idea? Thank you, Mr. Elisha Long, because it gets through a lot of the overthinking, over fucking wordy, over rhetorical, over like high minded, presumptuous, arrogant, so on and so forth. It cuts through a lot of that bullshit. And this dude talks almost like he's from Delco or something on YouTube. I'd never seen his stuff until recently. And he's like, dude, just retard max. Come on, man. Just follow your intuition, bro. And I think it fucking that just kicks ass. Make it simple. What's that KISS acronym some people use? Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah, keep it simple. Be like Forrest Gump, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to be mean spirited. I don't think I'm being mean spirited. I'm trying not to, obviously when I say that word, the R word, I don't mean it disparagingly. And it's funny because I have to like self edit to even just express myself, and that's kind of the point that this dude was getting at. He's the one quote from the first video I listened to from him. He says that hyper self awareness is a plague. And it doesn't take too much fucking analysis to see that. The hyper self awareness is what creates a paralysis. It's what inhibits action. It's what stops people from doing fucking things that they genuinely want to. It will kill your intuition. It's the dream killer, is what my man Elisha was saying while he's out. His whole video context is he just sits in his backyard and smokes a cigar. A short bus conquistador is what he calls himself. Like, that's so fucking funny. And I'm watching this video, and sure enough, in his background, there's a fucking short bus rolling through. That's hilarious to me, dude. And it's insightful. That's no different than the Stoic philosophy. Look at what's in front of you. Stop fucking caring about the rest. Make it simple. Stop making everything so complicated and convoluted and unnecessary, because it's only going to lead to suffering. So I think that was extremely funny and in seemingly sharp contrast to the idea of awareness and practicing awareness and building one's awareness and getting into the machinery of it. And I like I said earlier, I chalked that up to just being the hyper awareness, the prefix, the emphasis, the super awareness, the intent, like over fucking used over relied upon. Keep it real, dude. Come on now. What good is it knowing about, you know, the plots and schemes and um, the way that what the Matrix wants? They want to control you, right? All right. So are you going to let them? Like it can be reduced so simply if you get out of the fucking heady epistemological bullshit. And that's, it's something I'm learning. And it's funny because that's what I'm finding as I'm creatively outputting. And I chalk this up to the metaphysical manifestation things, synchronicities, if you will. The more I talk out here, the more I'm starting to write. So here comes the boom. It's like I'm putting something out into the universe or world or whatever, and I'm receiving something almost as an answer. So I'm thinking of myself right now as it's a cool call and response kind of thing going on in my life, which tells me I'm doing something right, which means I'm not full of total shit, which is nice because I spent all my 20s being full of shit, talking a big talk and doing a lot of stupid things as I'm walking, metaphorically. Fucking, it's just crazy to me. So I'm very grateful for it. I'm very thankful for it, and I'm enjoying it. It's funny. Here I am, angry and wrathful, and I'm being told, "Nah, bruh, smoking a cigar with a short bus behind him. Some random dude on YouTube telling me to fucking take it easy, stop fucking, hyper analyzing everything because it's dumb, it's useless. There's no fruits to it, but only in its dramatic, exaggerated end result. Awareness is a great thing. I was aware enough that I had to fucking quit drinking and being an idiot. I fucking had to get my life together. I was aware enough to know that what I'm doing and what I'm saying and how I'm acting, how I'm living, it's having a fucking ripple effect on other motherfucking people. I should probably change this. Fuck myself. It ain't just about me at that point. And then when I'm aware of that, it's like, well, you know what, idiot? You know what, stupid? You're fucking miserable too. And you're ashamed of yourself too. And you don't like yourself either. Motherfucker, put it together. And it's that simple. Or I could have just been like, you know what, let me keep thinking about getting sober and fucking smack the bottle back and hit the loud pipe one time, Very, very fascinating. Very, very fascinating to me. So here we are on a motherfucking mindful Monday. How's that for alliteration? Motherfucking mindful Monday. Motherfucker. I wonder if YouTube's going to strike me again. Anyway, am I coming up on 20 minutes? I'm coming up on 20 minutes. What else do I got in my notes today? And it's also cool because I like this dude, Elijah Schaefer. I looked at him. Not Elijah Schaefer. That's some fucking dumb political. I think he's on InfoWars, which has its use, but that's like level one. That's just going to get you riled up. And my dad described Sean Hannity one time as just pounding the drum, the propaganda drum. Sean Hannity just does this. Dun, 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 dun. It's just like the war. Get you in a trance, What's the fucking one Creator song? No Reason to Exist. You never stood a chance. They got you in a trance against your will. No reason to exist. Some fucking thrash metal. So yeah, there we go. They knew it too. They fucking knew it too, dude. But anyway, just by getting my man's name wrong, Elijah Schaefer, InfoWars, it's meant to get you in that cycle, in that stress repetition cycle. And even if they're right, even if, they vote the same way or their politics are aligned with yours or in many instances mine, admittedly, it can't be your fucking guiding principles, dude. If your guiding principles is because you're so aware of the NWO and this, and that, you're going to be a miserable prick. When I was into that, I was a miserable dick and I would just keep drinking because I was just so stressed that they're taking over. The Tricons are coming. The Matrix is attacking me. And, there's something to it, but it ain't all there fucking is to life unless you let it be. It took me a while to learn that. And I know a couple guys, dear friends of mine, who are still in that shit. And it's like, bro, has your bench press gone up? Has your deadlift gone up? Shit, my fucking 21-year-old nephew hit me up with him deadlifting fucking 455 this morning. After months and months and months of him saying he didn't want to use a belt, he didn't want to use straps, so on and so forth. Young bull out deadlifting his uncle. That means in a couple minutes, I got to go do some fucking deadlifts to make sure that the young bucks, they are taking notes. They are seeing shit. They are paying attention. You want to outlift me, you son of a bitch? I'm just kidding. Your mother's a beautiful, loving woman. But you know what I mean. You're going to fucking play that shit? I love it. I love it, dude. It's a good thing. Anyway, back to my man Elijah Long. He has a Patreon and a men's group and shit, like many people do online. And this is where the cool synchronicity is for me, having been recently exploring Thumos, the spirit and spiritedness. His group is called it's like the High Thumos Brotherhood. Yeah, man. So call and response. Everything's right. Everything's in line. Just got to keep doing the right things. So that's where I'm at. The last one, I got two things real quick from my actual readings. From my actual readings this morning, as Bill sees it. The first thing on today's date, which is August 11th, Mr. Bill says, as a society, referring to AA, as a society, we must never be so vain as to suppose that we are authors and inventors of a new religion. We will humbly reflect that every one of AA's principles have been borrowed from ancient sources. So, yes, sir, all of these things on the shoulders of giants. Now, what are we going to do with it? Now, moving on to my man Norman Vincent Peale, positive thinking every day on this Mindful Monday, August 11th. He says that the more you venture to live greatly, the more you will find within you what it takes to get on top of things and stay there. Keep it simple, high thumos, so on and so forth. I love this shit. Happy Monday. It's been a fine Monday morning episode of BS with B. Hannas. That's me. Good morning, B. Hannas. Nikki B. Hannas. You can find this on YouTube. BS with B. Hannas goes out to Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, so on and so forth. My music, heavy blues, metal, a lot more coming out in the next month or so. And then we keep writing, keep creating. NikkiBHannas.com, NikkiBHannas.bandcamp.com, Nikki B. Hannas on all streaming services. Keep it real. One love. Peace. And listen with I Done Wrong. Why does it keep connecting to my damn TV downstairs? This is so agitating. Stop it. Anyway, outro music through the iPhone. Peace.